All right. So, Howard, can you go ahead and tell me, like, what was your experience meditating today? What was that like for you?
It was a very powerful experience. And I don't use the word powerful lightly. I mean it in the sense that it shifted an awareness in me. It's early here in the morning, and usually when we wake, our bodies are in an open state. And this practice, this teaching, and the awareness of my meditation, it really was powerful. I found myself at tears. And I'm really grateful for it because it let me know that I don't have to be so rigid at times and so structured, that I can at least relax just enough to give myself that open space to be happy and feel powerful. So I really, really enjoyed it.
I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. I'm so glad that it gave you some more grounding in your inner power and your being. And so, what about the methodology or the modality would you say was most surprising or new for you?
Um, the idea of envisioning the energy from top to bottom, and that line of knowing how they connect. And the funny thing is that when I was envisioning my body, like I pretended to watch myself outside of myself, but then I could see through myself as I was seeing the energy come down and come up. And then when it got to the center, I was like, well, really, what is the center? Is it below my sternum? Is it
Uh-huh.
here in my heart? And then when you mentioned about how we pushed it forward, I then said, okay, think of it like two pools of water bodies coming together, and then when they crash like that, it's like a wave. And so the work helped me really visualize my energy body, because the
Yeah.
water is energy, and so I haven't done that enough to be able to, and I've never done it like this in a way that it was clear. So I think
Mm.
it's how you brought it up, how you prepared me for that moment, um, that allowed the visualization and the actual feeling of the energy to work. Like it wasn't
And
me sitting there; it was me seeing myself sit there.
yeah, and the energy to kind of, you just allowed it because there, like, I some people see things, some people see different things, some people, and so this relationship, this conversation between you and your own awareness, as much as this template I'm sharing with you is kind of universal, your experience of it is very unique. And so I'm so glad that you got to have a taste of this kind of conversation or this dialogue that can take place between you and your energy system, and kind of like the ways that it can use imagery. Like for you, it was water. And if that imagery comes up and that helps you understand how that energy flows, like that's so beautiful. And I love that you had that experience without anyone telling you to have it, without anyone saying you should, blah, 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 right?
And this is what was so powerful for me, because these experiences, when I think of experience, it's usually like something you have to live through, like it's happening. But an experience can be within your moment. You can experience your moment. And
Right.
so that's what that awareness brought to me, or that experience brought to my experience.
That's so beautiful. And what would you say? How would you compare, like, when we got into that peak pose, like I was saying, the meditation, the actual moment of meditation? How would you describe that, and how would it compare to other meditations or moments like that you've had?
Well, for me, meditation has always been like a wave, and in that frequency, in that fluctuation, um, there are points of up and down. And today's practice reminded me of the peak, but more so how to emotionally get there. And sometimes I find myself in a similar experience just by the stillness and being present with the breath. But today's practice, and I mentioned it earlier, it's just what you were doing and saying and helping me come to the awareness of. You were teaching me. And when we get taught something, we're open enough to the aha moments. And so the aha came through the experience in the peak. So it was all culminated. This was like bang, 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 and I was like,
Right. It was like we
oh,
prepare, like I told you, like we
yes,
really
yes, yes,
prepare
yes,
the
yes, yes,
body rather than like in that initial experience you were just describing where you're like, it was like sometimes I catch it like a wave, like I catch the wave and it
yeah, yeah,
happens to be in this moment. So I'm kind of at the mercy of the moment. How still it is it? How quiet is it? If I catch it at the right time. And now it's like we're creating the moment,
yes,
you
yes.
know. And
And
so like you can
you
either catch
create
it or you can create it, you know. And
exactly.
like you said, it's so funny that you water must be very intuitive for you because you're like a wave and like water. So I love
Yeah,
that, you know.
yeah.
That's so
Water is
awesome.
water
So
is life.
what would you say is who would you recommend working with me for and why? Like what people
Ooh,
struggling with what?
I thought about that as well. Like tribe. Like where the similarities and where the resonance and where are people gonna really find the beauty of the work. And I was able to say to myself that I can't truly define who needs the work more than I can clearly say that everyone needs this work. Um, it is not for black, white, purple, orange, in and out, up and down. It's for us. And if you believe in a us and a we, then it's for you, right? Because you know who you are, but you know that you're a part of us and that we collectively share this experience called consciousness. So I think this your work, it's for black men, but it's for everyone. And why I say it's for black men, because I'm a black man. And I don't see myself not without this work, everything that's a part of it. So I'm speaking for myself, but I know there's more to me. My mother made me. So there's a part of me that's feminine, or even genetically so. So can I say it's for my mother too? Yeah, because I said it's for me. So that's why it's for everyone. Um,
Mm.
I, I think you said it earlier that it's something you work with. And so if we're all wanting that shift in this age, yeah, this work is for you.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. I think it's for everyone. So thank you so much for your spirit, for your presence, for
You.
taking this time and the great conversation. And, I hope we will work together for sure.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
yeah, I'll let you go, but thank you so much, brother.